Uh-oh. Guys, what is going on, and welcome back to another late night windy episode mod project with the F350. And can you guys guess what we're gonna do today? That's right, we're gonna change the battery. Just kidding. That's right, she's getting her first big girl mod underneath the hood, the one that I was actually really wanting to do for quite a while, but I haven't done so because I wanted to do little maintenance things here, and then the water pumps start leaking, and then I wanted to do the stock MPG test before I do the intake, and then there's just so many things that I wanted to do before I actually start modifying the truck. And this is going to be, technically it's going to be her first actual performance mod. I don't know how much she's going to gain from this, maybe 10, maybe 20 horsepower. But she will surely breathe a lot easier with this one compared to the stock box, and also might improve some miles per gallon as well. Alright, so this mod is pretty simple because you only need to remove just this cover and then this tube, and then unbolt two bolts that are holding this cover. But I'm going to do it step by step. I'm actually going to remove the battery. I don't think you need to remove the battery. I'm going to remove the battery just in case I need to do something else here, but it doesn't look like there's going to be anything else required for the battery to be removed. But I'm just going to go ahead and remove this battery just in case I have to. But you guys will see if I need to or not. It'll be a lot easier. It only takes like, what, 2 minutes tops to remove the battery, so it's not that bad. I'm actually going to get some gloves just so I don't have to deal with the clamps, with the acid buildup and all that stuff, corrosion. So we're going to put this battery clamp right here. We're going to cover it up and put this one, hide this one over here. We're going to pull the battery, and now we're going to loosen these two clamps. There we go. Unlatch the cover. Let's remove this guy. Put it over here. And let's remove this for now. And then we got the filter. We're gonna throw this guy away. And inside the box we have bolt here, and these two bolts. I think that's all you need to remove this cover. And the box, the battery box stays, so that's why I don't think you actually have to remove the battery to do this, but I'm just doing it just for just in case. There's also this sensor right here that you have to pull out. You got to turn it. Let's see, you got to turn it. Which way is it going? So you got to twist it carefully. It's a little bit tight, and then it comes out this way. We'll deal with this in a minute. So we're gonna take these bolts out right here, and let's pop this guy out. And I'm gonna go ahead and get these out of the way also, so they're not rattling in place. Plus I can keep them with the bolts if I ever need them again as also. Alright, there we go. Alright, so this is the sensor. I don't know what this is for. Honestly, I have no idea what this is for. I've seen this here before, and I'm not sure where it goes. And there's a spot right here, but I don't know if that's where it went before. Maybe. Airbag sensor maybe? I don't know. No idea. Do you guys know what this is for? Looks like a sensor. Doesn't go anywhere. So it's a sensor of some sort. Probably airbag sensor, maybe. Don't know. I'll just put it right here on the front. Tuck it underneath that harness. I'm guessing it goes right here. That's, you know, yeah, this little bracket right here, it's fine. And this is the sensor that's supposed to be in the intake. And in this case, since we're going to be installing this guy, it's going to need to be next to the intake. You don't want to put it inside the intake, obviously, because you're not going to drill into a filter. So yeah, we're going to put this for now right here. I think I can probably zip tie it right here, and as long as it's next to a filter, it should be fine. All right, now let's get the filter on. Now this guy is going to sit like that, and you got this slightly in the way. I wonder if I can loosen these bolts up just a bit. Let's see, this is gonna go like that, like this, and that's gonna go on here. So the fit is pretty nice and tight, that's for sure. But I think it's gonna be, it should be fine. It should be fine. Maybe the hood will hit it just a little bit right here, but let's see what we can do to adjust that. Let me see if I can loosen these, and maybe the box will shift forward just a bit, just so I can have more space right here. I mean, I can always trim these, and that will let it sit down lower, because it's also hitting right here in the back. Yeah, because if I remove this box, the battery's not going to have a flat area to sit in. So the worst, well, let me loosen this and see what we get. Well, it has room to go. Definitely move forward just a bit, and that'll give you more room. So what I'm going to do is actually remove this guy and make the holes just a little bit bigger, just so I can have more room to go forward. Alright, so I got the holes in. They were oval, and now they're more to the right. This one, and same thing on this one. They were oval, now they're more to the right as well. So now let's see how much room we're going to get extra. Well, it's a tiny bit better. It has some more play here, so that's good. That's not really poking at the air filter. And then we got, let's see. So I think that's a little bit of improvement. There's something on the bottom that's kind of, I mean, this plastic right here is kind of hidden. Let me try to do it this way. Yeah, I think that's as far as it's gonna go, because it's actually hitting the plastic right here. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it the way it is right now, and I think later I'm gonna go ahead and maybe just trim this plastic piece out completely. That way it sits down lower. Should I just trim it right now? Should I just trim it? What do you guys think? Yeah? That way if I trim it, it's going to sit down lower, it's going to go below this lip right here. The hood will clear it a lot better right here. And it'll be able to fit pretty much kind of underneath that. And I think it'll be a better fit. I mean, you can get away with this, this would be fine. Personally, I think it should be fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and trim it. Why not? I'm not going to stock intake for sure. So I'm just gonna go ahead and trim this section out. If we're gonna make it better, might as well make it better, right? Alright, be right back. I'm gonna get this piece cut off right here, and that will give me more room on the bottom. Alright, so here's what I cut off. I cut off this section. It was from here like this, and it's connected to here. So I cut off pretty much this section right here. And I also trimmed this corner right here because I'm sure I'm not going to need that. And I want to get this pipe removed, cleaned out later on when I'm going to be doing some more deep cleaning on this engine. I'm not going to be doing that right now, but let's see how this, if this helps out the intake. It should help out the intake, I think, just fine. It's going to sit a lot better. Back, and let's see how she sits. Oh yeah, so much better. It's actually sitting underneath the thing now, and that's how we like it. Now this clamp is going to be probably better, let's see, like that. But yeah, it's a lot better. It sits well below this lip, and let's see how the pipe fits on there. This goes on there just fine. Yeah, I like it much better, much better. And actually, you can actually angle it so it's a nice straight angle, not all lopsided, just to fit in there. But yeah, it fits a lot better this way. I do like it quite a bit. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Now, one last thing before I secure the intake, that is this sensor right here. I'm gonna go ahead and slip one more zip tie around so it's not gonna go anywhere, because I think with vibration it might actually slip out on top. This way we have enough holding it side to side and going to the top. So yeah, we're good. Alright, now we can put this guy in. Crazy windy. Crazy windy. Welcome to California, right? Alright, so there's that. I'm going to push it right underneath the fender and against the fender. It's not going to be bouncing around. And then now we can tighten this guy up. this. We're gonna loosen this up just a bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This brings me back memories of that cover that I did, and I actually found that nut. It was sitting like on the frame rail between steering wheel and something else. It was kind of nice and hidden. I got lucky by running my fingers through all the cracks that I could, and I was able to actually find it. Okay, this will do. Let me do a little tappy. Okay. So that would sit just nice and fine. No, let's not loosen it. Let's tighten it. Okay, and we're gonna do the rest by hand. All right, and we're sitting nice and flush in here. Just a little wobble, but no big deal. As long as we're underneath the fender, that's all I care about. So now I'm gonna throw the battery in, and I should probably see if I can find a battery cover. That way, the airflow is gonna go straight into the intake right here, and not in and out. But there's another hole right here on the bottom, so that's getting some cool air as well. So yeah, technically, honestly, you don't need to remove the battery unless you're doing all those mods that I did to the box. It's not really required. It's just a preference. I want it to sit a little better, more flush over here. But you can get away with, really, if it's sticking up just a little bit, the hood will press it down. You guys can decide if you want to go the extra steps that I did. All right, so this is done. All right, let me clean up a little bit, and then we'll be right back. This is the angle that I was talking about, where it sits kind of at the angle, with the same angle that the intake is sitting. If I did not cut below, it would sit more straight, and then this section would be all kind of weird. But I think, in my opinion, for me, that's better. It's sitting lower. It's not going to be hitting the hood for sure. And I did cut off that section, so that's just extra work. And I did move the box in forward just a little bit, just to get this section to clear. And I chopped this corner off where one of the bolts were mounting the cover. And then it's pretty tight over here, so it's sitting nice and tight over here. It's actually hitting the reservoir section right there, but that just helps it from bouncing. And then down below, it's right under the fender lip. So everything is nice and tight. It's sitting just right, and the sensor is sitting right here, right next to the intake. I zip tied it sideways and from up and down, so it's going to be nice and good. It's not going anywhere. It took just a little bit of work, extra work, to get it fit. The other way would work too, is just like I said, sometimes I'm a little too picky and trying to get things in just the right way, a little bit too much. Maybe I put in a little bit too much work, but I kind of enjoy it. For me, it's enjoyable to get it as, to fit as good as possible. Let's go ahead and give it a shot, see if it starts up. Well, with the new filter, I do notice that I have more turbo sound that I can hear from the intake. Let me see if I can catch that on video. I hear that more. Yep. Do you guys hear that? It's like, there you go. I can hear the turbo more. It sounds pretty cool. I mean, obviously it's not that loud, so it's nothing too fancy, but it does sound a little louder than stock, so that's... You hear it's pulling a little better. All right, let me turn around and try it again. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. I like it. All right, let's get back to the house. So there you guys have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's I like the install, makes it nice and clean, aftermarket. And it turned out to be pretty good, and it looks good, especially with the cover. Took a lot of work to fit that in just for the extra cover, but it is what it is. Just trying to make things a little bit different, a little bit better from my point of view, how I like it. So that's the mod that I promised that I'll do underneath the hood. And so there it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the comments, all the good stuff, hit the bell. And we'll see you on the next one. See ya.